So you want to know how to learn the muscle up? Well, in today's video, we're going to demonstrate a key principle that will have you gliding through the transition. Everyone knows that the transition to the muscle up, going from pull to push, is the hardest part, the sticking point, and we're going to teach you how to glide over it like an angel, baby. All that and more coming up right after this. We are the gym that teaches people how to move instead of just exercise, because we believe that health is about performance, not just body image.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Rad Burmeister, and this is my brother Yanni Burmeister. We are the co-owners of Unity Gym and the co-creators of the Foundation Movement System, where we teach you how to nourish and move instead of diet and exercise. How you doing today, Yanni?
I'm very good. How you doing, Wayne?
Yep.
Good morning to you too, brother. I'm really good. Yeah, psyched to be live. So far, no technical issues. We've had a little bit of a problem with our super fast fiber optic internet,
which has been super fast to cut out.
Been amazing at just cutting out at key points in the day. So hopefully we get through this stream and it's all fine. But for all those technical people out there that think shame on us, we should have faster internet, we quite literally have fiber optic installed. We paid thousands of dollars to have it installed so we could do these live videos, and it's not good enough. All good. So today today's progression, I think, is a bit of a breakthrough moment, and it's interesting because I've even gone out to people on the gym floor who I've seen battling through the transition point, and anyone who doesn't understand the mechanics of a muscle up. That we spoke about this yesterday and why we love muscle ups so much, because they're a very complex movement pattern because they combine opposing movements. You go from a dead hang, pull, into a transition and push, and that going from one muscle group to an opposing muscle group creates a lot of complexity for the central nervous system to sort of get your head around, and it's really, really tricky. What we're going to teach today makes that transition, which is the sticking point that a lot of people, if you've never made a transition in a muscle up before, the wiring is not there. The neurons in your brain connecting brain to muscle, connecting thought process to muscle and action are just simply not there. And it can feel next to impossible, you know. I don't really remember what it was like because I've always been this awesome, but I'm kidding. I remember what it was like to do a muscle up, and the transition was really hard. And what we're going to teach you today makes it a lot easier. And for most people, it makes from grinding through a transition and making it look horrible to gliding like a bird, like a professional gymnast is maybe a better analogy. Anyway, what have you got to add?
Nothing. Let's go and teach
Nothing.
it.
All right.
Let's go. We're going to go out on the gym floor. I've got to try and cut Yanni off sometimes. He just goes off and starts wafting about yoga and God knows what else. So
I may as well confess from yesterday. If you caught
no one can hear.
Oh yeah,
no.
I'm talking to you. If you caught yesterday's video, I'm not getting close to Rad because I want to. I'm getting close to him because the mic is here. I said something yesterday. It was totally incorrect, which was, you can share.
Oh yeah, Yanni said that martial arts came before yoga, so yoga's not the the be-all and end-all for movement, but Yanni's completely wrong. At least with Kung Fu, yoga definitely came before martial arts, because it was a yogi named Bodhidharma, or Dharmo, whatever you want to call him, that traveled from India through China and created Shaolin Kung Fu, was the first Shaolin monk, I guess. So Yanni was very wrong when he said that that martial arts came before yoga. But then again, my Kung Fu teacher will tell you that martial arts dates back to Persia, and it's been around for about 5,000 years, so who knows?
I just realised now that I don't think that I can do it here because I can't really demonstrate.
Why do you think I was taking you to the back?
Yeah, but I'm worried about the internet.
Yeah. Oh, look, we're going to have to do it here, mate. You just have to make it work. It's all right. Just start from here like this. It's all good.
Yeah. But then I can't show the transition.
We're not going to do a transition.
Okay,
We're not teaching a transition today. We're teaching a pull-up to LSit. Okay? So the pull-up to LSit, Yanni's finally going to sort of shit out and get into the right position. The idea is that you do your left ring's higher than the right one, but anyway. The idea is that you do a pull-up, and when you get up to the rings, you go into an L-sit like this. And the reason why you do that is because a muscle-up is very different to a pull-up in the sense that when you do a pull-up, you just pull the object, so the bar or the rings or whatever, to your chest. But when you do a muscle-up, you need to give your body clearance so that it can get around the rings. You don't need to do that with a pull-up. So the way that we do that is when the legs go out in front, you counterbalance by having to pull back to keep your center of gravity under the rings. And that just happens for you. You don't have to think about it. So if you have a look at what Yanni does here. Beautiful. So pull up to L-sit. Okay, so Yanni's doing a pronated pull up to an L-sit. That's a little bit tougher. A little bit easier would be a neutral grip. Do a neutral grip now, Yanni. Okay, and then you can do a supinated grip as well, of course. But you can see what Yanni's doing is basically as he pulls up, as he gets to the rings, he brings his legs out in front into that L-sit position. Besides that, there's nothing really different about a normal pull-up with this. You still want to focus on depressing and retracting your scapula as you pull. Do it all in one motion, so the movement starts by initiating scapular depression or pulling the shoulder down, and then just yank yourself up as fast as you can. But as you pull yourself up to the rings, you're going to engage your abs and your hip flexors and bring those legs up into an L-sit position. A lot harder than a normal pull-up. It's a hell of a lot harder. But if you master those and you can get several reps of those, then the muscle-up is just going to be so much easier, because when you do that with a false grip, once you get up there and you want to transition over, your body's going to be in the right position. We want to go back. Let's go in the office and you can in the room and you can talk it through. So we've done our demonstration. You guys know what the exercise is. Now you're going to have to listen to Yanni waffle on about how martial arts is older than yoga.
No, I've admitted defeat there. I was wrong, yeah, he can't be right all the time. But between Rad and I, we are always right all the time. Okay, so we back on this camera. Yep. I think in our muscle ups masterclass, we have 5 prerequisites for a muscle up. To be able to do a muscle up, you need to be able to do all these 5 prerequisites. And one of them is toes to rings or toes to bar, because of the insane amount of abdominal strength. One of them is a false grip L-sit, where you need to be able to hold. And the reason behind all of that, and the reason why there's a myriad of different core exercises and ab training exercises in the Muscle Up Masterclass, is because a very big element of being able to blast out muscle ups, because you've got to be doing them at speed. Like, reality is none of us want to learn how to do one muscle up. We want to learn how to do enough muscle ups so that we can use them in a workout, right? And the core and abs become a really big part of it. And this is a missing link that people don't understand. It's a awesome complex exercise because it uses so many different muscles. And that's why 2 of the prerequisites are essentially core exercises, you know. And what I was doing there, like, you could do L-sit reps where you're just holding the L-sit, and that's a fantastic exercise. It's a progression we use in the foundation movement system. Very, very popular in gymnastics. But what you're going to need to do at some point to do the muscle up is learn the synchronicity. I just spit a bit. Did you see that?
Yeah, nice.
It caught the light too. Yeah, it was very good. Yeah, elegant. I hope that came up on the video. You're going to need to learn the synchronicity of it, because you're not going to get over the bar just holding the L-sit. You need to bring the L-sit up just as you get to that transition point, so that it moves your body in around the ring. And it becomes even more important when you transition to doing bar muscle ups, which we're going to show you at a later stage. So yeah, it is really important. What have you got to add to that?
Not much. I think you've nailed it, man. It's pretty straightforward.
Obviously, all of the keys to doing a muscle up still come into play. All the keys to doing a pull up: you need to have good, strong biceps. You need to have good, strong shoulders. You need to have good, strong scapular control. And yeah, I think that's sort of that's pretty much it. Mm-hmm. We have in our program, in the Muscle Up Masterclass program, which I have linked in the description here, We have, someone asked me just recently via email, because they're interested in the program, whether it is good for a beginner to learn upper body strength. And it absolutely is, because we literally train everything from the fingertips to the shoulders and core in that program, because it's all required. You know, we do wrist conditioning, we do grip conditioning, we cover wrist and everything flexibility and mobility. There's a full warm-up that takes you through a wrist mobbing drill. We teach shoulder and scapular control. We teach pull-ups. We train the biceps, the triceps. There's heaps of auxiliary work that we do, because these are all components of that muscle up that you need to drill. You need to drill in and nail in to get it there. So anyway, that's pretty much it. I could keep talking.
Keep waffling on, but
keep waffling on,
we can keep it as a short one today.
You got anything else to add?
No, that's it. Tomorrow we're going to go through the ring transitions, which is the last piece of the puzzle for a muscle up. Once you can nail the ring transitions, you should be able to do a muscle up. And there's a lot of work that goes into it, but if you understand the technique and you can do all the muscle up prerequisites, then getting this ring transition is what's going to get you over the rings.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so look out for that.
All right, guys, take care. Just a nice little short one today. We will see you tomorrow.
See you, everyone.
Health is about performance, not just body image.
You better be willing to accept what you're going to have to do to get there.
We'll start focusing on movement goals, strength goals, flexibility goals.
When you nail that skill, it's there forever.
The body image goal doesn't get you that far.
It's the consistency and frequency that's going to get you there. It's not the intensity.
There's no shortcuts to mastery and movement. Destination doesn't change overnight, but your direction will.
The gym is not the place to beat up the body that you hate. It's the place to build the body that you love.
We are the gym that teaches people how to move instead of just exercise, because we believe that health is about performance, not just body image.